This is the Padua Podcast Network.
Running a Fever, episode 310.
Shattering the Yo-Yo.
The Temptations. Previously on Running a Fever.
Jesus faced temptation all the time, and he had the same urges and feelings that we do as humans. But he didn't go through that temptation alone. God was with him the whole time. God is with us always, even when we face the battle of spiritual warfare against evil. There's nothing that God can't handle. I think the key in my life anyway is to connect with God the best I can. Whatever I do on a regular basis, I'm programming myself to do that. It's a lot of stuff that depends on sleep. And one of them, I think, is you're more stressed. We have a temptation we have to deal with. Lack of sleep causes stress, and exercise helps relieve stress. I believe that watching TV or using a computer is a stressful activity. When you're relaxing, it might be better to do something away from that visual stimulation. But stress is a big deal. It's very unhealthy. And that's why I want to talk about another way to battle temptation, and that is to look at the big picture. Because a lot of times the stuff brought in, donuts or whatever, I just pass on it. Why? Why do I do that now? Because I've gotten to where I don't just think about, well, do I want to eat that? Is it tasty enough for me to eat? I don't just think about that. Am I hungry? I think about how many calories, because I've been counting calories every day. And so I know that if I'm trying to lose weight, I need to have a calorie deficit. If I'm trying to stay the same weight, I need to have the same calories that I burn. So I look at that donut and I say, well, can I eat just one? If I eat two, maybe that's going to be 600-800 calories. Then what do I got to do to make the rest of the day work out? Am I just eating another shake for lunch and a shake for dinner? To some extent, I think about the health aspect. Is this a healthy food? I mean, donuts are a lot of fat, a lot of sugar, just really concentrated. They're just too expensive in terms of calories. So I think into the future at the results. I think it all the way through. That's how you handle temptation. If I don't work out today, what do I have to do? Well, I have to fit it in somewhere else. Well, I need to get this in. If I can get any extra calorie burn in, not that I'm trying to do that, but if I do, that means it makes it easier for the rest of the day. It's like saving money. It makes life easier financially in the future. You're saving up your calories. So that's the third big way of fighting temptation. Number one, get some help, spiritual. Maintain a good spiritual life and bring in the all-powerful to help you out. And habit and thinking it through.
Welcome to Running a Fever. My name is Michael Davis. This is a podcast about fitness, diet, and medicine. My goal is to live a long, healthy, happy, active life right up to the very end. And if that's what you want, you're in the right place. I'm going to talk about my journey on how to get there and the pitfalls, the temptations. I'm better able to handle temptations when I'm healthy. That's not exactly obvious. On its face, that statement might be seen as a mistake that should be stated the other way around. When I'm able to handle temptations, I'm healthy. In fact, both are true. Health decisions are not always logical or even rational. And they may not even be based on feelings, and I mean physical feelings. It may not be that I feel the need to burn some energy, so I go out for a run. It may just be that I'm sad and want to do something that doesn't make me sad. The same could be said for less healthy choices. I'm driving down the road and happen to pass a Krispy Kreme, and on the spur of the moment, as they say, I turn around and get a 6 of crullers. A 6? Yes, a 6. When dealing with temptation, I've found it helpful to look at the times when I yielded temptation as individual events. Regrettable, but not definitive of my entire life. So even when I've had that big pizza meal, if I take a walk afterwards or lift weights the next day or even check my weight the next morning, I'm not a complete failure in maintaining good health. I'm making good choices also. In the going on 5 years I've been doing this podcast, I've always treated it as a journal of progress in my personal health journey. Think of the journey as a hiking trail. There will be steps up and steps down, potholes, and smooth sections. The same is true of our health journeys. There are ups and downs. There are potholes when we yield to temptations. But if we keep moving forward and keep focusing on the trail, our health will see the benefits of our determination and persistence, one step at a time. So thank you for listening. If you got the fever, keep it. If you don't, catch the fever. And I'll talk to you next time on Running a Fever.